Hello, oh no. Hello, it's here for Nerd Show, and today we're taking a look at an episode of Firefly. But we're not going to watch the whole episode. I'm just going to look at like 3 or 4 clips of the episode that really, I'm really interested about, and I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so this is the episode Objects in Space, the final episode. Let's take a look.
So did the feds come?
There were no feds. Until I started singing. This is not.
What did you sing?
This is not funny. This is a morality tale about the evils of sake. I would be there right now. I mean, it was either that or the national anthem. Reports vary.
You don't remember any of this?
I remember talking to feds telling my father, or paying the feds telling my father. I get fuzzy on aspects.
So, like, never? Well, no. Not ever, never. Some orders allow shepherds to marry, but I follow a narrower path. But, I mean, you still got the urge. They don't cut it off or nothing. No, I'm more or less intact. I just direct my energy elsewhere.
That means he's
You like
circumcised.
masturbating? I hope you're not thinking of taking orders yourself. Yeah, that'll be the day. I got stupid. The money was too good. I don't give half a hump if you're innocent or not. So where does that put you? St. James, got a ring to it. I'm just trying to remember how many miracles you've performed. Once hit a guy in the neck from 500 yards with a bent skull. Don't that count upstairs? Oh, it'll be taken into consideration. Make that sound kind of obvious.
Ooh, just getting hot and bothered. Man, it's so sweet.
Put out a few waves to some old acquaintances.
Let me
Maybe
pause
even
it.
be able
Oh,
to find
I'll
something
keep.
in New Melbourne if you need the shuttle freight.
Just gonna be there long enough to pick up cargo. You know, the only thing you're gonna find in New Melbourne is fish and fish-related activities. So unless you got the overwhelming urge to gut sturgeon, and who hasn't occasionally?
But it's a layover point for almost every planet this side of the system. I just don't want to draw this out.
Have you decided when you're gonna tell the others?
No. I appreciate you not saying anything.
Well, I don't. So make up your mind.
I'm a big girl, just tell me.
None of it means a damn thing.
Oh, that's so sad. That's a comic book shot.
It's just an object. Doesn't mean what you think.
You know that's not
Stop yelling at her. That's really sweetheart.
Sure, you want nothing to do with that. Put it down.
What were you thinking? Where did you get a hold of?
Don't yell at her.
It was in my hand.
Not mad. Just let me thank you. Fully loaded, safety off.
Oh,
This here is a recipe for unpleasantness. Does she understand that?
She understands. She doesn't comprehend.
I'm glad we've made that distinction. No touching guns. Okay?
No touching.
oh, sad.
It's getting very, very crowded.
Ugh, god dang it. And we're gonna cry. Oh, god dang it, 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 god dang it. Oh my goodness. I love all that. Anyway. First of all, no touching guns. Get it? Alright. Anyway. What I love about all this. So River, she's walking through the ship. Her feet are touching the ship. She is like connected. This whole thing. I think there is something like there's criticisms of like this idea of like autism or like anxiety and these sort of things being like superpowers, which they kind of do with this show a little bit. But what I kind of like about how she's walking around and just sort of watching what everybody's doing. She first walks and she sees her brother with I think Kaylee is her name, who's like the mechanic of the ship, and they're flirting. And when they look at her, she's thinking about how they're enjoying each other's company, and whether or not they're even being bothered about her presence or not. She just knows like a couple aspects about them that's just like, oh, like when she senses Simon being like, I wish I was there right now. She's just thinking about why he's there and how he's there. And her relationship to him, okay? Then she walks to the preacher and Jane, and they're having a conversation. Jane's like the stupid knucklehead criminal of the group who often will like throw anybody out under the bus for an extra couple bucks. And the preacher is the preacher, And they're having a conversation, and they're laughing, goofing off. And River walks between them and senses both of them. Jane had sold her out before, and so when she sort of sees like him being like, I told you, I had to sell you out, the money was too good. Just thinking about her relation to him, and then to the preacher being like, this guy's a criminal, and I could talk to him, and I hate him, or I don't really much respect him. What do you think I think about you? Just like, she's basically walking through the ship, seeing how they interact with each other, and then projecting what she feels they think of her. But then, see Zoe and Wash smooching and just loving each other, and you notice, it could be partially because maybe they don't really think much about her in general, or it's because she's just, like, they are so wrapped up in each other, making out, just loving on each other, that it's, like, permeating. Like, it's literally coming off, and, like, she can even feel it. That's why she sort of, like, is getting hot and bothered herself. She can feel that. And then she walks over and to Malcolm, Captain Malcolm, and the courtesan, Marina Baccarin, and Nara Sarah. Yeah, whatever. The lady. She walks up on Malcolm and the lady of the night, who is also like, just, she's always there, and Malcolm and her always have this will they, won't they thing, and it's never like a thing. And she says, just tell me, I'm a big girl. And he's like, nothing ever really matters anyway. And the reason that sucks is because we just seen all these different relationships. And I mainly want to point out the doctor and the mechanic's relationship, and Wash and Zoe, the co-captain's relationship. The budding love and the absolutely in love. And then you get to these two effing knuckleheads of this woman who knows this guy does love her, and this guy who is just so wrapped up and nothing matters. Why should I even tell her? And just sort of that, and the fact that these feelings are so strong that she can feel, like River can feel them. It sucks. And that sort of bums her out, and so then she walks down to sort of escape. And it's almost like a child just sort of wandering through the house, just trying to understand who are these people, what are their relations to each other, and how do I relate to them. And then she sees this stick on the ground, and she doesn't, like, she understands, but she doesn't comprehend. She understands why they were scared when she realizes what she was holding, but she didn't comprehend that she was holding it. It's like when, a baby, and not saying she is a baby, because I think she does have a higher awareness than a baby, but a baby doesn't know what they're looking at. They don't know what different objects are. She barely understands these feelings that she's experiencing as she's, just strolling through the ship. And now she's seeing these things that she doesn't even know what they are. Mwah. Okay, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, goodbye!